Low top speed, high rate of fire. Fairly mediocre armor, but a very good gun. We all know what to expect from British heavy tanks in World of Tanks Blitz. But do these fairly unique but awkward combination of features make for a good premium vehicle? Let's find out in today's video. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. My name is Martindogger, and today I will be showing you this Tier 7 British Premium Heavy Tank, the FV201 A45. Or, yeah, let's just call it an FV201, it's going to be easier. You might think that this is a premium Black Prince, and in a way it is, and in a way it isn't. It would be better to describe this one as a stock Tier 7 Premium Carnarvon. And that's true in the game and true in real life as well, because the A45, that particular tank in real life, it was inaugurated in 1944, shortly after the A421 Centurion. And the whole project was redesignated into the Universal Tank, the FV200 series, and that was to have been based on a common hull for all members of the series, and then there would be self-propelled artillery in it, armor personal carriers, 3 types of tanks, and one of them would have been the FV201 of 45 tons, and it would have been armed with a 20-pounder gun. But yeah, the 20-pounder gun was already on the Centurion, and this tank didn't really offer any advantages over the Centurion. So in 1941 they decided to enlarge the main armament to a 120mm gun, and this kind of delayed the entire heavy tank program. And as an interim measure in 1952, the hull of the FV201 was combined with the turret of the Centurion Mark I, and it was armed with a 70-pounder gun to create the FV221 Carnarvon Mark I. Another 21 were built to the Carnarvon Mark II standard with the 20-pounder gun, and eventually the whole project led up to the Conqueror. That's a whole different can of worms, but I decided to include this little bit of history because it does relate to how you should play the tank. The tank revolves around the turret, or the turret revolves on top of the tank. Sorry, bad joke. But yeah, this tank is about the gun. It's about the gun. It's about gun depression, it is about good penetration, but it's by no means a frontline heavy. So I think the description that Wargaming have given on the store and in the portal on the website is actually pretty accurate. But they are in a way a bit too optimistic as well. As you could have seen from me driving up here on files, the maximum speed that's 31 kilometers, and you will get there fairly easily. You will out accelerate a lot of tanks, heavy tanks, at tier 6 and 7. But your top speed is only 31. It is better than a Black Prince, but it's only 31. Traverse, didn't find it to be really lacking, but it's not brilliant. And the turret is a good turner. It has good turret traverse speed, but it does say in the description that if you take one shot, you will be able to put in 3. You can sacrifice a couple of shots to track an enemy. Stop dead in his tracks. This tank will unleash 1 shot at the Brit, but no bother, he will return 3. Yeah, sure I can return 3, but then I will have to penetrate. And you will do only 160 damage per shot, while they can put 400 into you easily. And that has some really drawbacks, some really big drawbacks to the gameplay. You can see it's not a bad credit earn, actually 36 net income. But all in all, I'm going to show you 2 more games after this one, both of them bottom tier games. But first into the stats and numbers proper to see what we have to work with the FV201. And again, we're using Tank Compare on blitzstars.com. I've lined it up against the Black Prince because that's an obvious comparison, and against the other Tier 7 premium tanks, including the VK4503, the name is in the lupus because those have been recently released into the game. And you can already see that in terms of penetration on your AP rounds, it's only 171. It's the same as the Black Prince. It's not bad. It's not bad, it's good, but it's a bit meh and a bit as well. It's not brilliant. Going to APCR does help a bit to 39. But then again, the rest have some really good guns as well. 237 on the VK, 220 on the Nameless, 217 on the Lupus, and 245 on the M6 A2E1, the Mutant. So you do get better penetration, but you lose even more alpha, and that's annoying. Your DPM is good. Shell velocity isn't brilliant. It is just 160. It's fine, but it is a medium tanks gun. It's a glorious gun on a Comet, but less so on a heavy like the Black Prince or the FV201. Aim time really good, 182. By far the best one. So you can just poke out, take a shot, roll back, etc, etc. Dispersion, best in class. Upon turret rotation, movement, quite good. Gun depression, -8, that's fine. But yeah, the Lupus has 12 and the M6 has 10, so that's better. But you can see the speed, 31, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not really good, but it's not bad. It's at least far better than the Black Prince. And your power to weight ratio is fairly good as well. So you are a bit of a heavy tank, but your effective power to weight is 12. It's good, really. And the Traverse, yeah, can live with that. The downside, however, to the entire tank is the hit point pool, in a way, because it's advertised as having a very good hit point pool, so it compensates for the lack of armor. And your armor is 152, 89, 89 on the turret, as you can see, but you have only 76 on the hull, and it's really weak, especially that frontal armor. And although that front plate is angled upwards, which means you can get it up to, say, 200 effective, you do have only 8 degrees of gun depression, which means that that front plate will never become an auto bounce zone against other tanks. And if you're facing the big tanks at tiers 8, you will have problems with your 160 alpha, because yes, you will be able to put 3 shots in, but it's only 171 damage. So good luck penetrating then. If you then go into Armor Inspector, you can look at the front plate and on the place of the turret. And you can see you've got that front plate over here, 76 mils in thickness, but effective it's 150. And if you get it to good gun depression measures, you can get it up to 200 and well above it. But this one has got 8 degrees of gun depression, which means that the effective armor will be 202. And 202 is good, but it's not brilliant, because it will not be an auto-bounce zone. And your gun method is 152, and the sides of the turret are 120, which go up to 202, and on this side is 177 effective. And the top plate becomes really strong, 254 effective. And if you then take it into a Centurion Mark 1 shooting, that means that hull down, it's a fairly good tank. And listen carefully to what I'm saying, it's fairly good. It's not impervious, you will get shot from time to time, you can see that's penetrable. This is an auto-bounce, but that's penetrable. Cheeks, penetrable, no problem whatsoever. So you will have problems dealing damage a lot if you show anything of the hull. Because you can see Ascent will have no problems going through whatsoever. If you then switch into tier 7 mediums, let's take for example the T23E3, the turret, yeah, impenetrable up front, sides, no problem. But that front plate, he can just keep going through and through and through, and once you open the sides, he will keep going through and through and through. He will penetrate you constantly. And that rear plate is just a flat angle of only 41 that is penetrable with HE from a KV2, SU-152, ISU-152. And it is a matter of been there, done that. I have been shot up in the butt by big guns with HE. And basically any tank running calibrated shells on the tiers you will be facing can penetrate you in the butt with HE. There is no angling whatsoever on that rear plate, and they would just go through, no problems there. But if you can get the tank hull down, and if you can get the gun to work, to sing, then the tank can shine. you will just have problems doing a lot of damage, and that's what is going to happen on this game as well. You can see I poke out just enough to get a shot off, can't get a shot off on that IS-5, and I'm being very cautious here. It took me some time to get the hang of the tank really, and I bought it on the contributor account obviously because I can test it over there. It is, what's it, 10k for the tank with no equipment unlocked, and then it would be 11 for full equipment unlocked. That would be stupid, I think, to buy 11k because you can now buy the equipment with credits anyway, so there's no need to buy it with gold in the bundle. Normally you would be able to unlock the timer just a bit quicker. So yeah, that advantage, that merit has gone, in my opinion. But you can see what I'm doing here. If you intend to buy the tank, you have to be able to play hold down. And I think you should reconsider your strategies if you are thinking, right, I got a heavy tank at TS7. I'm just gonna sit there at the corner and I'm gonna do a lot of bounces. I'm just gonna shoot up everybody because I got a good gun. Yes, you have a good gun. Of course you can do damage. If you can get up on the butts of an IS-5, you will penetrate him, no problem. Through the sides of an IS-5, no problem. But he can do big shots into you very easily. And there it is, I get set on fire. But as long as I can put track shots or side shots into him, I can penetrate, you can see. But it takes me a lot of time to take out that IS-5. Quick switch to APCR. I pushed a bit too aggressively on the T-34-1, is it, I think, or -8, I don't know. And you can see he puts one through my drive wheel because I overextended, and this is becoming a bit of a DPM trade really. I am pushing the flank because there's an AMX-50-120 somewhere knocking about still. There's an IS-3 over there, and the tank is performing as it should and to the best of its abilities really. This is a bit unlucky. He didn't shoot me through the drive wheel, he just went straight through my front plate even if it was angled slightly back, and that's an IS-3 and it doesn't even have the big gun. It doesn't even have the big gun and it goes through my front plate even if slightly angled with no problem. So your hull is indeed really weak. And this may seem like an easy shot for the LTTB. I didn't know where he was. I did notice him pop off the minimap. But when he was still there, I had no idea where he was. So he managed to kill me. And you can see I have been more or less shooting non-stop. And I only get 2.7k damage, which is fine for a tank with 160 alpha. But I needed 20 shots for that. But imagine I would have been able to do that number of penetrating shots in, say, the Nameless for 310 alpha. If I would roll 250 on every shot, I would have been able to get 5k damage. This tank is not a damage machine. It sure isn't. It's not a tank that you can just drive forward as a top tier and push, because even as a top tier you have a very vulnerable hull. The Black Prince has the same gun, but it has better frontal armor, so that works a bit better. And even if I'm not the tank to really push and be aggressive and be the spotter, I wanted to go forward here on Supremacy on Himmelsdorf, and you can see I can land a shot on that AMX-50-100 and arrive at just about the same time. This tank is more mobile than the Black Prince, so if you like the Black Prince in terms of gun handling and all, but you really were a bit annoyed at the lack of mobility, this tank is far more mobile. But it's just not, it is a tank that has to go hold on. I'm keeping that AMX-50-100 spotted, I'm bouncing on the side of his turret, as you can see. But other than that, it is a good tank with a good gun. Even that quick snapshot on the IS, I managed to hit it, move over the hill due to acceleration, and I'm now capping D-base. Getting some more assistance damage on the AMX-50-100. And the tank is about hold down and yeah, a really good gun. And about being able to push and be that second line supporter that Wargaming do advertise. So in that regard they are Okay, look at this shot on the IS, very slim margin. And he's thinking, right, can I shoot that FV now? No, he can't, because there's an AMX there as well. But by the time he manages to barely get an aim on me, I can go in, put one shot into him, then make him search for a target. I can put another shot into him, and I'm now pushing this IS together with the AMX CDC. We're pushing the flank very aggressively, and I'm going to get the kill shot on the IS. But look at that. One shot into him, another shot into him, AMX circles around, and I'm going to get the kill shot, and then the kill shot on the AMX 5100 as well. And those two quick kill shots, I wouldn't have been able to do that in a Lupus or even in the VK4503 or the Nameless, because they have a far lower rate of fire. Once you can roll with the team, the FV201 is a really good supporting tank because it has a DPM of near 3k stock, and if you use your equipment wisely and your consumables and your provisions, you can really crank the DPM up. If you can use a rammer as well, well, happy days. And if you're hull down, then tanks will bounce your turret, because it's not the strongest turret in the world, far from it, but it is a turret that has some trollish shapes to it. And while I got stuck here, it has good mobility as well. You see me move around on the flank just in time to spot decap, capture decap, and then move around together with the CDC and the T44. Obviously they are far quicker than I am, but I'm quick enough to keep up, and I wouldn't have been able to do this in the Black Prince. And yeah, is it then a bad tank? No, it's not a bad tank. This sure isn't a bad tank. It's a pretty good tank, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's just not. It's not really good. It's not brilliant. It's far from OP. It's good, but just a bit mad. Yeah, not too exciting really. Anyways, we're gonna bounce a shot on the back of that T54, and that could get the last kill shot as well. Thank you very much. 7-1 win because we scouted up early. We pushed together with the team on the flank, and that gained us a mastery for 1354 XP and 3 higher tier tanks killed, which helps a lot. 72k credits income, top gun as well, not bad, and again 20 penetrating shots. Right then, is the FV201 a must-buy tank? No, not at all, not at all. Is it a good tank? Yes, it's a good tank. If you like to play it hull down, and if you can play it hull down, you can do really good stuff with it. Use the DPM to support your teammates on the flanks. Do go hull down, because if you don't, you will lose hit points at an alarming rate. And remember to put the really accurate British gun to good use. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, Tankers of Blitz Universe for today. My name is martindogger. I'm all WoTs to 7k subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking!